Hello everyone, welcome back to Tales of Arise. So it is time. We are going to Rena to finish it, to finish the game. Yeah, it's about damn time. It's been like what, 50 hours long. Like this game should have been 45 hours long. This game is actually 45 hours long, main story. But since I get sidetracked and doing all the quests and look around some more and stuff like that, also work is kicking my ass. So yeah, it took me how long I've been playing this game? 54 hours. It's okay. It's fine. It's been 54 hours. I'm guessing it's gonna take us 60 hours to complete everything. Well, the story. I'm still gonna do some post-game stuff once I'm done with the game, so yeah, let's go. Take off for Rena? Yeah. Oh, man.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
And this is also part 61, so this is actually the longest playthrough I ever done. I thought Abyss would be the longest one. No, this one is really long. Well, just wait until I get to touch Legend of Heroes series or Persona series. That will take long, considering how many contents, how many missions they have in the game, and also you need to grind a lot sometimes for boss fight. And Legend of Heroes are a really hard game too if you're not careful.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Good, we'll kill it.
This must be the hollowing.
Okay.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
So it's like
And it bound the
Lavos.
Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
Let's go. Rena. Destroy remnants Rena. So yeah, it's basically like Lavos from Chrono Trigger, an alien that...
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate, ever.
Like, Lavos is an alien that travels around the space and lands on Earth and just stay there inside the core of Earth. You know what? I don't want to spoil it because I'm gonna be playing that game after this. Special owls seems to have appeared. What? Special owl? Rena, a world of death.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
Death?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
But if you can
Come
swim.
to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
No, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renin graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
I think I was already snorkeling in it or something.
Kinda dead. So we can actually go back to... Yeah, we can. Oh, and there's a side quest. Fuck! Should I go back? I don't know. Can I just do that after I finish the game or something? Maybe I just take the quest or something. But first, let's do the skit here. Challenge
So
of a
the idea is
lifetime.
to seal the great spirit inside the Renaissance using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength, it's that it's sentient too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words,
Damn
we
it.
need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renaissance, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up.
Oh god, another one. Bridging the divides.
Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renin rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans start oppressing their own.
Renins, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different as someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example, but with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Hell yeah. Alright, let me go back to the place. Plus I need to stock up on food anyway, right? Or whatever, item. Let's go to Pelagian first. And special owl. What the hell is that supposed to do?
Fine.
My lord, you receive a notice from Noshio. It says that the wedding is to be held at Saxlio Temple. Excellent. Thank you for letting me know. At last, it seems the big wedding is upon us. I can ill think of a happier occasion than this. Yeah, I'm excited for them. Oh, Yes. Oh, so this is the easy quest then, huh? We'll just go into the wedding like it's nothing.
Leo Temple. Isn't that where Shion was being held?
Wasn't it beautiful? I can't wait for this.
It's gonna bring bad memories, is it? Growing up.
Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
No.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but you sure mention her a lot, you know.
Oh.
Oh, you know, she's always there, even when you least expect it. Springs to mind easily.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
Mm-hmm.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature women. Someone more like Kisara.
Not gonna happen,
Well,
bub.
I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Oh.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
Hey, I miss anything? What's all the fuss about?
You're
Rinwell.
doomed.
Thunderblade!
Ah, what the hell was that for?
A little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back.
From the looks of it, I'd say you've got yourself a rival.
It wouldn't be called the Spring of Youth without a little storm every now and then.
I didn't think she would use Thunderblade. That fucking thing's been helping us a lot lately. Affectionate in its many forms.
Hey, Shion. How are you and Alphen getting on these days?
Oh wow.
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just... I don't know. I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so... I guess... it's complicated.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all, who can say what the future holds? I think if I were you, I'd take things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Shion. But that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you were my biggest fan.
But that was a long time ago. There were lots of things I didn't understand back then. Not that that's the point.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. Thank you. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just have a point. I'll give it a shot.
Uh-oh. If it's Alphen's palate you're appealing to, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
Well, friendship is about being supportive. Sometimes we just have to do our best and take one for the team, right?
Wait, are they in love with... Okay. Don't worry, Shion. All you gotta do is just whistle and Alphen will come follow you. Keeping up with the Helgen Quill. What the fuck? Are they the Kardashian or something?
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
What? That you're in love with Law?
Last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean... Wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Oh,
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now.
we've been fighting it like we don't care.
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
Oh my god.
It would mean just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was
Oh my
thinking
god,
meat.
Law.
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle.
Ow, ow, ow! Seriously, what the hell?
Ah, Law. I may think with my penis, but at least I think. Come on, man. Nah, let's go to the Sex Leo temple. What a name for a temple.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
A creepy, crawly tangent.
Even after staying here, we never truly got to the bottom of what makes this realm's citizens tick.
Renan and Danon are meaningless distinctions here. To have one's own mind is strictly forbidden. All that matters is blind obedience.
That might be the case now, but it can't always have been like that. There must have been something more.
Once, maybe. Question is that something still salvageable?
If it's not, we'll just have to make something new. No, not we. They've had enough foisted on them as it is.
You're right. It's time the people here had the chance to forge their own path. That's not to say it'll be easy, but it will be worthwhile.
These things take time to...
No, what the fuck?
What the... An ambush?
Sorry. Sorry. There was a huge flying bug and I sort of shot with
A bug? You mean like a Zoogle?
Something tells me she would have shot it, whether it was a Zoogle or...
This realm is teeming with humid forests. It's only natural insects would feel more at home here than Menancia. In fact, I seem to recall reading somewhere that bugs around these parts lay their eggs in human food to ensure health.
Oh my god.
Sounds like they're tougher than they look.
What about you, Alphen? Bugs don't creep you out?
I wouldn't say I was their #1 fan. Mind you, if times get desperate enough, I've been known to eat them.
Yeah, as a
Insects
slave.
as a culinary option, you say? What kind of seasoning are we talking?
Dohalim. I don't think he was talking about...
Hey, a lizard!
Right, as a slave you eat anything with a passion. Constant vigilance. Like, I know I'm sorry if I'm just going through the skit a lot because there's a trophy for going through all the skit. And I kinda wanna try and get that. So I apologize. Constant vigilance.
I never thought about this until now, Alphen. But doesn't it get hot wearing that armor all the time? You feel heat and cold again, don't you?
Admittedly, yeah. It can get pretty toasty in this thing.
Is it hard when your back starts to itch?
Oh, you bet. Plus, my shoulders get stiff wearing it, even if it's not all that heavy.
Kisara looks like she manages all right with her armor.
Armor takes a strong body and a stout heart.
Spoken like a true guardsman. Not that it
A
really
paladin.
The more I think about it, the more I realize what a pain it must be. Like, what do you do when you need to take a leave?
Ew!
That part can be a bit of a pain, yeah. More things to take off.
That sucks, man. Wouldn't it be easier if you just walked around outside of your armor most of the time instead?
Yeah.
You never know when the enemy might attack. As tempting as it might be to take it off, it's not worth getting killed over.
So basically, you're screwed if you ever get attacked while taking a dump. Doing well?
Attack them. Poodle.
Are you doing this on purpose?
Oh my god, another one. Thinning the herd.
You know, you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zoogles. Like a whole
Yeah, for grinding.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
On purpose.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegus.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zoogles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zoogles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zoogles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zoogles aren't so different after all.
Alright, that's enough of that. Alright, let's attend the wedding. Who knows, maybe this will trigger some good memories for these guys. Lord Dohalim, thank you for coming. Dohalim, you're here. Great. Let's get right to business. Oh, wow. Okay. Everyone is waiting for you to speak. My, this is quite gathering. Quite the gathering you all have assembled. Yeah, there's no COVID here. Gathering is allowed. All the more reason to make sure I don't disappoint. Thank you all for coming. Today I wish to forego the usual formalities and ask for your blessings on this most auspicious day. I first met Sir Nocio and his soon-to-be wife Kagari when...
Just great.
This is going to take a while. Now then, a toast to the loving couple's eternal happiness, as well as peace and prosperity between Dana and Rena.
Cheers!
Cheers, everyone! Cheers! Alright, time for the big bouquet toss. You know, Shion, I hear that if you can't catch a bouquet at a wedding, you'll always be single and alone. Whoa! Oh yeah. I thought that once you catch the bouquet, you'll be the next one to get married. Isn't that the norm? I don't know. I don't always go to wedding. And I don't think I will ever be invited again.
What?
Wait, really? Yeah. Yay. Aw.
Nice try, you two. Better luck next time.
Never. Why?
Looks like you'll be single for the rest of your life. Hey, single has worked fine by me.
Wait.
Wait,
something's
something.
wrong.
What? Oh.
I couldn't catch it. I'll always be alone.
Oh God.
Could I? Oh, please. I'm so lonely.
Oh no. This is just like what happened before. Alphen!
I'm alone. I'm all alone.
What can I do to get her to snap out of it? There aren't any thorns this time.
Hug her.
I've got it!
Alvin?
What?
Shion, you're not alone. You've got all of us. And it wasn't just one bouquet either.
Besides, there'll be plenty more bouquets to catch.
There's also this one from me. So please, don't give up. We'll fight this together. Shion!
You dummy! That's not what I was upset about. How many times do I need to tell you not to blindly rush into things?
So the subtitle seems different.
That said, it does make me feel better. Even if your bouquet is just a weapon named after one.
I'm just glad I could help. And I made another one to go with it, so it wouldn't be lonely either.
You never cease to amaze me, Alphen. Seriously.
Karista bouquet. Oh, it's a weapon. A wedding cake cutter. Oh my God. Silver suit of armor. Transcendent matchmaker. Oh lord. Okay. That's cool.
Feeling better now, Shion?
I'm sorry I lost my cool like that.
Don't worry. It's not like I have any room for criticism.
Being a grown-up isn't easy, is it?
No, it sucks. You have to work your ass off. For what? For nothing. Do we ever get the book? Let me just try and go back and see if I can actually turn it in. I'll see you then.
Hey, Alvin, what do you think of that chick over there?
Doesn't look like she really works out.
I'm not talking about her muscles, you dummy!
Oh my god. Alright, a skit. Hooray, a wise doll. That's not good.
Sure is good to be back in the pleasant climes of Menancia. Especially after the extremes of some of the other regions we visited.
Definitely. Your country is beautiful.
You do me an honor. However, this place was never mine to own.
I didn't mean it that way. Though, I guess technically you weren't born here either. Native or not, that doesn't change the feelings you had for the place. If I were you, I'd try to take a little pride in people's compliments.
Allow myself to feel pride, huh? That sounds like no easy task.
Are you serious?
Nothing sounds easy when you overthink things the way you do. It must be exhausting.
He's always worrying about something. It's probably what gives him his eye for detail. That's just the way he is.
Yeah, so we'd noticed.
Let's change the subject, shall we? It's a wonder so many things coincided to bring us here. Alphen's awakening, Shion's decision to revolt, the Danon uprising in Calaglia, the crown contest's final, sputtering throws.
Zephyr's being in the right place at the right time. The fact that you happened to be a lord just as this was all going on.
It must be destiny.
It's almost as if we were brought together by design. By someone who wanted to bring down the system.
Yeah, me.
No, enough Hand of Destiny talk. We did this on our own steam. It's our responsibility to see it through.
Did Law just utter a pearl of wisdom?
I do think about things, you know. Just what do you take me for exactly?
Idiots.
Honestly, I always sort of pegged you as a likable dolt.
What the hell makes me a dolt, you dolt?
I mean, she did say he was a likable dolt, didn't she?
Let's refrain from poking this particular Zoogle any further. Some lessons just can't be taught.
Not to dolts, anyway.
Yep. Oh god. Okay, more skit. The real Dohalim.
Hey, Kisara, what's your secret for putting up with Dohalim? I don't know how you managed to deal with him.
Secret? Oh, I don't think it's as difficult as all that, really.
Could have had me fooled. Anyone who waxes lyrical on the aesthetic qualities of cactus thorns is a step too far for me.
And those poetic flourishes he sneaks into regular conversation? How am I supposed to react?
He likes the sound of his own voice, that's for sure. I say let him have his fun. No need to try and understand anything he says.
Has he always been like that?
He didn't seem as on edge all the time back in Menancia. Though he was my superior back then. So who's to say what I didn't see?
The Lord of Cislodia hid in plain sight while a crony posing as him carried out all his business. What if the Lord we met in Vicente was really...
An imposter? Dohalim? Hardly. Like it or not, that's him all right. In all his flamboyant, circumloquacious glory.
What the hell does that mean?
I'd like to see someone try to impersonate that on a daily basis.
Come to think of it, what with being a lord and all, he's probably never had anyone to speak to on an equal basis.
It wouldn't surprise me. Having you guys around, having a family in a way, must be what's helped him change.
Mm-hmm.
A little heads up on some of his eccentricities would have been nice.
It's those eccentricities that make him who he is.
God, you guys are using big words here. Alright, lady. Did I get your book yet? Jesus. Okay, not yet. You suck. Alright, that's fine. That's fine with me. Alright, let's go back to Dake Fazol is how you pronounce that. I apologize if it's not. You know how I get. You know how I do. I'm bad at pronouncing shit.
We've reached our destination.
Alright. Thank you for telling us that.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here,
Yeah, this guy, isn't he the weird one? The guy who's like talks about being how the Helgen whatever made the Renans by sticking something up their body or something. He was being weird about it too. God. Remind me, you two were both born in this current generations of Renans, correct? That would put 100 years between us, which would make me akin to an ancestor to your generation. As such, I have an opportunity for you to demonstrate the respect due to the elders like me. Perhaps I'm reading into things too much, but is such respect really merited in this instance? I couldn't tell you one way or another, but it seems like he needs help with something. Just listen to what I have to say right now, you see.
excuse me.
Hold on, I can't let you go any further. Responsible biologist. How can you be a responsible biologist? I had a feeling this was going to happen. You always try to beat me to the punch with these things. I'm surprised to hear you object. I thought you understand that sometimes the quest for knowledge requires that we get our hands dirty. That's exactly why I can't simply stand here and let you do this. I could be losing out on a valuable opportunity. Then let's make it fair, shall we? We'll both give them our requests. Works for me. I have no objections. My head is starting to hurt trying to follow this too. Me too. They must be pretty strong even if even you admit that. I don't know what you two want from us, but I don't expect us to agree to anything.
Hey,
What's that? Are you simply going to walk past an elderly person who is in distress? I didn't think the generation gap had gotten so wide that young people forgot their manners. How unfortunate. Yeah. Young people these days, they don't give a fuck. Alright. We'll hear you two out. But one matter at a time. We're busy people ourselves, you know. With our own matters to attend to. Fair enough. In that case, I can wait. You can go first. Thank you. Now, as I was about to say before, I'd like for you all to go down to the surface of Rena and track down a certain experimental Zoogle subject of mine. It's a failed specimen. I ejected it from Dake Fazol, thinking that would dispose of it, but it seems to have survived the trip in space.
What?
You threw it out into space? That's so cruel. And you wish for us to finish the job, I gather? That's partly what I need you to do. More importantly, I need you to collect the tissue from said Zoogle. I almost said Google for some reason. I never would have predicted it, that it would arrive on Renner alive and well. It merits further scientific investigation. Why not simply go there yourself? Yeah, then you could research the creature to your heart's content. Proper field studies aren't my area of expertise. From what I gather, you people are better equipped for such strenuous work than I'll ever be.
I see.
I thought I was being mindful of how I presented myself, but apparently not. Sounds like someone's a little lazy to me. We'll handle it.
Agreed.
I have rather mixed feelings. I won't make any firm promises on whether we shall deliver, but if that works for you, we'll look into it.
Very nice.
I'm pleased to see what my predictions about you weren't unfounded. In that case, go on, get to work. The rest of my research is being held up by this, so the sooner you finish this, the better. I should also mention the Zoogle in question is a 6-armed giant. What? It's an extremely violent specimen, so be careful when dealing with it. You're telling us now? What the fuck? Ah, God.
Dohalim, the line of researchers is getting longer.
Perhaps I should have put more thought into this before accepting.
Yeah, I'll say. So they're in Rena? How do I get to Rena again? Oh, yeah, it is. So where is the quest anyway? I'm guessing it's somewhere in Rena. Got it. Guess we can just move on with the story then. while we're doing that. Alright, let's fast travel here. And let's take a look what Renan's got here.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Alright, let me just say for a bit. Alright, retirement plans. What's this?
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen...
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
You got a lot of work to do. Also, what I'm gonna do with my retirement plan? I don't know. Travel the world, I guess. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. Hopefully I'll get married by then, and then maybe I'll have someone to travel with. Alright.
I think Hoodle's hungry.
Funny. I could have sworn that was your stomach making all the racket.
Okay, I guess that doesn't work. This one doesn't work either. Alright, let's take that one. Also, I'm eating Sour Patch Gummy Bear, so I apologize if you hear me snacking. It's sour. Ah. But I like it. Guess I'm a masochist.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Okay, the beast is right here. Cool. Oh, Jesus.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their red woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
I don't think they care.
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
Shit. Really? We're fighting them right now?
I knew there was something off here.
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Shit. Shit! Heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me. Burn in hell, you fucking piece of shit. Here we go. Impact cross.
We work well together.
Like a finely timed blow.
We've turned the tables up.
Here we go. Scarlet Inferno.
Scarlet Inferno!
Lunar corruption! Lunar blockade! Mega ray! A willing Ganti now! Astral energy!
Say no more.
That was easy.
Alphen,
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danon slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
Don't worry, everything will be alright.
Attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. have to stay the course.
The Helgen Queen's legacy.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegis, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for?
I don't know. Helgen.
We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed
Before
everything.
fucked it up.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Onward to the center.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. No, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Danon, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
Damn right. Anyway, I'm gonna end the part here. Feels like it's gonna be long enough if I don't. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Stay safe and stay tuned. Later!